Candlelight flickered at Rosewood Restaurant as Maxwell Hayes checked his watch for the third time. 39 years old, with dark hair and low expectations. He wore a navy suit. CEO of Hayes Industries, his assistant, had set up this blind date against his better judgment. "You work too much, Mr. Hayes. You need a life now." He sat alone waiting. His date was 20 minutes late. He was about to leave when he heard its small footsteps. A little girl appeared at his table, maybe 6 years old, with brown hair in braids. She wore a pink dress, lightly wrinkled, carried a small purple backpack. "Excuse me, sir. Are you Mr. Maxwell Hayes?" Maxwell looked around for parents. "Yes. Who are you?" "I'm Sophie Chen. My mom is Alina Chen. She's supposed to be here for a date with you, but she's sick, so I came instead." Maxwell stared. "You came instead?" "Yes, sir." Sophie climbed into the chair across from him, set her backpack down carefully. "Mom has the flu really bad. She's been throwing up all day. She tried to get ready, but she couldn't. She was crying because she didn't want to cancel. She said, 'You're important.'" The little girl pulled out a piece of paper. "She wrote you a note." Maxwell took it. Shaky handwriting. "Maxwell, I'm so sorry. I've been sick all day. I tried to call, but your number isn't working." Sophie insisted on coming to explain. "Please forgive me." Alina Maxwell looked at this child. "Sophie, how did you get here?" "I took the bus alone. I'm 6. I know how to ride." "The bus mom showed me 4 emergencies. This was an emergency." "Does your mom know you're here?" Sophie hesitated. "Not exactly. She's sleeping. The medicine made her tired. I left a note." Maxwell felt panic and admiration simultaneously. "Sophie, you took a bus alone at 6 years old to your mom's blind date. She was so sad." Sophie explained. "She really wanted to meet you. She's been talking about it all week. She bought a new dress, got her hair done. She really tried, but she's too sick." The little girl looked up at him. "Are you mad?" Maxwell didn't know what to feel. "I'm not mad, but Sophie, this is very dangerous. What if something happened? What if you got lost?" "I'm not lost," Sophie said. "I found you. Now, you know Mom didn't mean to. Now come. She's sick, but she's nice. Really nice and pretty. And she makes the best pancakes. You'd like her." Maxwell felt something shift. This 6-year-old had taken a bus alone to a restaurant to explain her sick mother's absence to save her mother's chance. "Sophie, can I call your mom? She's sleeping. We need to tell her you're here." Maxwell called Alina, answered on the 5th ring. "Raggy." "Hello, Alina Chen." "Yes, this is Maxwell Hayes. Your daughter is here." Silenced in what Sophie is at the restaurant. "She took the bus to explain why you couldn't come." "Oh my God." Elena's voice panicked. "Sophie is there. She left. I was sleeping. I'll come right now." "You're sick." "I don't care. She's 6. She left alone. I'm coming." 20 minutes later, Alina arrived, pale, weak still. Clearly sick. She wore sweatpants and a hoodie, hair in a messy bun. She rushed to Sophie. "Baby, what were you thinking? You scared me so much." "I'm sorry, Mommy, but you were so sad about missing the date. I wanted to tell Mr. Hayes so he wouldn't think you were mean." Alina started crying, looked at Maxwell. "I'm so sorry. I don't even know. She's never done anything like this. She was trying to help you." Maxwell said, "That's clear, but it was dangerous." Alina said to Sophie, "You can't do that. You can't leave without telling me. What if something happened?" Sophie hugged her mother. "I'm sorry." Maxwell watched them, mother and daughter. Alina, clearly sick, but here's Sophie, clearly scared now, but brave. "Alina, sit down." "What, you're sick? You need to sit." Alina sat. Maxwell ordered soup, tea, food for Sophie. "I can't accept this," Alina protested. "Yes, you can, over the meal." Maxwell learned their story. Alina was a graphic designer, freelancing mother. Sophie's father had left when Alina was pregnant. "I've been alone since," Alina said. "Just me and Sophie. It's working from home so I can be with her. It's hard, but we managed this date." When she looked embarrassed. "My first in 3 years. My friend set it up," said I. "Needed to try. I was terrified but excited. Then I got sick." And Sophie, she looked at her daughter, "Took a bus alone to save my reputation." Maxwell felt something: admiration, respects, something more. Sophie, you are very brave, Maxwell said, but also very dangerous. You can't do that again. I know, sir, but Mom was sad. And you're important? How do you know I'm important? Mom said so. Sophie explained. She said you're successful and kind, and that she hoped you'd like her. Alina went, read Sophie. It's true, Mommy. You said all that. Maxwell smiled. For what it's worth, I already like her. Over the following weeks, Maxwell visited. Alina brought soup, helped with Sophie while Alina recovered. You don't have to do this, Alina protested. I want to. Why? Because your daughter risked everything, Maxwell said, to save your chance. That said something. It's about you, about her, about what matters. When Alina recovered, Maxwell asked her to dinner, real dinner. The babysitter, this time, he added, over dinner. They truly talked. Sophie scared me to death, Alina admitted, taking that bus. But also, I was proud. She's so brave. She's incredible. Maxwell agreed. She gets it from you. What do you mean you're raising her alone? Maxwell said, working freelance, making it work. That takes courage, desperation, maybe courage. Maxwell insisted. 6 months after that failed blind date, Maxwell proposed not to Alina alone, but to both of them. Sve Maxwell, sit kneeling in his living room. 6 months ago, you took a bus to save your mom's blind date. That was the bravest thing I've ever seen. He looked at Alina. You raised a daughter who values love over safety, fights for the people she cares about. That's extraordinary. He pulled out a ring. Will you marry me, Will? You both let me be your family. Yes, at their wedding. Sophie was the flower girl. She gave a speech 6 months ago. Mom was sick. Sophie said she had a date with Mr. Maxwell, but she couldn't go. She was so sad. The little girl smiled. So I went instead. I took the bus all by myself. Mom was really mad. Everyone laughed, but Mr. Maxwell wasn't mad. It was nice. Now he's my dad, so I'm glad I went, even though it was dangerous. Alina stood when Sophie left that day. She said, I woke up to find her gone. I was terrified. Called the police, called everyone. Then Maxwell called, said she was safe, that she'd come to explain why I'd missed our date. Her voice broke. Most men would have left, would have been annoyed, would have walked away, but Maxwell stayed. Helped, brought her home safely, then took care of both of us. I recovered. Maxwell spoke. When a 6-year-old walks into your blind date, he said, you have questions, but Sophie answered them all. She said, Mom is sick. She tried. It's really nice. You like her. His voice thick. That child took a bus alone to save her mother's reputation. That told me everything about Alina, about Sophie, about what kind of family they are. I wanted to be part of it. Years later, when people asked how they met, Maxwell would smile and say her daughter came to our blind date. Instead, Alina would add she took a bus alone at 6 years old, and Sophie, now 16, would say Mom was sick, so I went instead. Best decision ever, even though I was grounded for a week. If this story touched your heart, please like and share it with someone who believes in children's courage and second chances. Subscribe for more stories about unconventional beginnings and chosen families. Comment and tell us about a time when a child's bravery changed everything. Your story might inspire someone today.